there, YouTube. I am here with a demo slash review slash check-in type video, and that is to compare the Laura Geller Double Take Bake Versatile Powdered Foundation. I have had this for several months, and then I just got this new Tarte Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation. I'm going to be checking in throughout the day, comparing how the foundation is wearing on my skin. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my skin. I am dry right here, but I am an oil slick all up in my nose, all up in my forehead. I am just a major oil slick, but underneath my eyes and around my mouth and a little bit on my chin, I am dry. But everywhere else, I'm pretty much a big time oil slick. Now, I did apply the Laura Geller on the right side of my face. I felt like it gave a medium coverage. I felt like it covered up pretty much a lot of my dark spots. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, a lot of sunspots on my skin, and I felt like it did a really good job of covering up, for the most part, those imperfections. Now, the Double Take, the Creamy Confidence one, I did feel like it left a little bit more to be seen, like my skin was showing more through, so I felt like this is a light to medium coverage. I did apply these dry, and the reason why, and they are totally two different colors. This one is in tan and this one is in medium. I have tan on this side, so this side might be looking a little bit darker. You might be saying, girl, you went a little overboard on this side with your foundation. It is what it is, but this side is tan and this side is medium. But I wanted to do this because these both are considered double duty, so you can wear both of these wet or dry. I did put these both on dry, but these can both be worn wet. This one, I will tell you, is considered a baked foundation, so that may be a little bit why it covered a little bit more. I feel like this one was more of like a straight on medium coverage. This one was a light to medium. I think if you wet it, it might apply more into the medium type coverage. But I wanted to compare these because these both claim you can wear them wet and you can wear them dry. I have done this one wet, and it actually left a little bit of a hard pan, so I wanted to do this one this demo in the dry form so that I could just show you. To prep my skin, I did use this Tarte Clean Slate Poreless in my major pore area. Other than moisturizing, that's about all I did to prep my skin. So these are going to be tested throughout the day. I will check back with you and let you know what I feel about it. So I am taking Laura Geller on one side of my face and this Tarte Double Duty Beauty, what is this, Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation, one on each side. Now the Tarte, I have the brush that it came with. This was a set off of QVC, and then Laura Geller one did not have a brush, so I'm going to use one that's quite as soft, and this is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. So I'm going to do one side of my face, and the Tarte one is a little bit dark. Okay, so you can just see it's a little bit dark for my face, but we're going to make it work. Okay, and I did conceal, and the difference in color is like major because this is medium, and then this one is in tan honey. And yeah, I might look a little crazy, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so both of these can be used dry, both of these can be used wet. I am going to do this dry. I'm going to put the Laura Geller and just tapping my e.l.f. what is this again? Ultimate Blending Brush. This is very soft brush. Tapping it into the Laura Geller Double Take Bake Versatile Powder Foundation, and just tapping this on my right side of my face. So tapping it into the powder like this, tap, 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 and then tapping this into the right side of my face. So I am going to, both of these, I am going to check throughout the day to see how they hold up. So what I can tell you is that this is a medium coverage. It's not full coverage, but I'm sure if I wet it, it might be full coverage. This is more of a medium coverage. So there it is on my right side of my face. I can still see my skin. I can still see some of the imperfections, but they just look a little bit better. So that is the right side of my face. All right, Now I'm going to try my Tarte's Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation with the brush that it came with in the set. And I'm going to do this on, oh wow, this is a little bit too dark. Yeah, it's a little bit dark. So I don't know if I'll be keeping this one for that reason. I got it in tan because I thought, well, you know, I'm getting tan over the summer. Yeah, this is a good thing I'm not really going to go and do too much today because I might look a little crazy how one side of my face is a little bit darker. So I'm using this one dry, which also can be used wet according to Tarte. And the brush is really nice though. Okay, so the brush is really nice. Wow. Same thing on this side. I feel like I may have gotten more of a coverage with my Laura Geller because I can really see the brown spots on this side. This side, the brown spots are not as noticeable. So, like I said, both of these, and then let me cover up this blemish again. Try to cover up this puppy. Both of these can be used both wet and dry. And the brush that I'm using for both of these are, they have give. So they both have give, both synthetic, both really soft. So I don't really think it's a matter of the brush that I'm using. I just think that it is a matter of, let me go ahead and just darken this side up too. I'm not putting it on my face, but maybe blending the whole face. Okay, so this is a little bit dark for me, but I wanted you to get the concept that I'm using these both dry on my face. I'm going to check throughout the day to let you know how I feel. So I will be right back because I'm going to put on the rest of my face. Get my phone out of my basket. If you don't know, I'm in a knee scooter. 7:30 and I did my makeup at 3:30, so this is 4 hours in, and I would say that my left side of my face, which was the Tarte side, is breaking down more. Like this side is way more oilier than the right side. I would say the Laura Geller side is holding up a little bit more. I would say my oils are breaking through pretty good on my forehead. I would say the Laura Geller side looks a little bit more put together. And I would say that the Tarte side just looks like I have blush over my regular skin. Like I don't see, I mean, it's just a little bit perfected, but it's not super perfected. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? What I'm saying is I'm thinking the Laura Geller side is holding up a lot better. But as you can see, my forehead is quite greasy. Yeah. I always manage to break through on my forehead and on my nose. My nose is pretty oily. And I feel like the Tarte side is breaking up a little better. Like I feel like the Laura Geller, because it was more of a medium coverage compared to the left side, which was the lighter coverage, I feel like now that it's breaking down, it's not looking as nice around my nose, but on my face I feel like it's a little bit better. So this is 4 hours in. It is 7:30. I will try to check back in at the 8-hour mark because most people do their makeup for 8 to 10 hours. So some people do it for 12 to 16 like myself, but this is what it looks like at the 4-hour mark. So I will check back. Okay, so here is the 8-hour mark. It is 11:30 at night. I am going to take this makeup off, and I'm pretty much an oil slick on my nose, on my forehead, and the foundation broke down way worse. Is that how you would say it? It doesn't look as good on the Laura Geller side. I feel the Laura Geller side is a lot thicker. Like the application looked more full and compared to the Tarte side. The Tarte side does not, like the breakdown just looks like my skin. Like I don't feel like I have coverage, and I don't feel like the foundation visibly broke down and looks gross. Like I just feel like this side, you know, it just looks like my face, like I have a little bit of blush on and then my eye makeup and all that. Now, the Laura Geller side, I can see it broke up a little bit, like right here. It got thicker, or it just, I don't know, it just looks a little cakey right here. And it looks really cakey right here, like in my nose crevice here. I can see foundation in it. So I didn't do any kind of touch up, you know, I didn't blot or anything. I just like wore this all day, and this is what the end result is after 8 hours. So I did use the same primer on both sides, and I keep looking over here because I'm looking in the mirror trying to like determine a prognosis for you. I would say that light coverage as far as powder wise, as far as on the dry side, I didn't use these wet. This was the lighter coverage. This was a more medium to full coverage. I think if I wet this side, it would be way full coverage. This would work up to a medium coverage. I just feel like this side looks a lot better as far as like the breakdown than the Laura Geller side. So the Tarte side looks better than the Laura Geller side. And I still see products sitting on top here. Like I could still see the highlighter, and I could still see some blush. Whereas this side, I really don't see that. Like it just kind of all just melted. So I feel like the Tarte side melted away and kind of melted everything. Like you can even see my, you know, my brown spots, my freckles, my dark spots. And on this side, you can really only see that hyperpigmentation that I always have here from this cyst. So as far as makeup looks, I feel like the makeup looks better on this side. Like it's more, I don't know, how do I describe what I'm trying to say? So I am trying to say that I don't know what I'm trying to say. I would suggest if you want a full coverage powder, medium to full coverage, then I would say the Laura Geller would be your girl. If you want more of a light coverage, then I would say the Tarte is going to be your friend. Now, I did apply these both dry. I didn't do them wet. But seeing as how they broke down, I would say the Tarte broke down a lot better than the Laura Geller one. I think the Laura Geller one kind of like seeped into some crevices here, seeped into to my, you know, laugh lines and by my nose. But I also feel like the Laura Geller allowed the makeup to stay on top better versus the Tarte side. Like I just see more makeup on this side than I do this side. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget, if you like me, give me a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm going to go wash all of this off. Bye guys.